Dan,
What?
here we have from the movie. The movie is called Ridiculous Six. The movie's called Ridiculous Six. Rich, I'm glad you're here for this. This is, you're playing Abraham Lincoln. That is the first
For real?
photo of you in your Lincoln costume. You even have the serious Lincoln face on.
Yes.
I gotta be honest with you, that's very Day-Lewis of you right there. That's very, are you channeling your inner
I
Day-Lewis?
said to call me Daniel Day Patrick.
Daniel Day, okay.
Did you grow out your eyebrows for the role?
They applied. They applied them.
Dude, that's pretty amazing.
Wow.
That's crazy. It's awesome.
Did you stay in character like when you left the building?
Yes. Yes. I walked around Santa Fe like that.
Yeah.
You demanded that people refer to you as
Honest Dave.
Yeah, Honest Dan.
Mr. President.
Okay,
Yeah,
Honest
Mr.
Dan.
President, yes.
Wow, that's awesome.
That's a wild
Yeah.
scene.
They, 3 hours.
That's how long it took?
3 hours in the chair.
Well, you're a professional. You're a professional.
Yes.
Is that the longest you've ever been in a makeup chair?
Yes.
Including SportsCenter?
When you're in the makeup chair longer than the actual scene it took to shoot, there's a problem with that.
Oh, fantastic.
And I shot with Luke Wilson.
Oh, my God.
He was in the scene,
Fantastic.
and he was great.
says everything
He was a
like
lot of fun. Rich Eisen for the NFL Network host and his show on DirecTV, the Audience Channel 239, coming up top of the hour, joining us here in New York City. You tired from the draft?
Oh gosh, it
Mentally?
is- yes, it is a total slog, but it's a blast. I mean, I don't want to sit here and complaining, but
But
it
after
is-
the first round,
yeah.
because everybody is in on the first round, but the real work starts, I would think, 4 teams and the host after that.
Well, I mean, it gets deeper and deeper, and then you have big men on campus as 5th round, 6th round selections out of Auburn, USC, Alabama. These guys are all world players for their teams. Now suddenly you're a 5th, 6th round choice. And then you've got stories like Garrett Grayson chosen by the Saints, and then Bryce Petty by the Jets. And then suddenly these are things that manifest itself for the playing season moving forward, not only for this year, but potentially for years to come. And these things, I mean, right there in the middle of the day on Saturday, we've been on the air for at least 3 hours. And then all of a sudden, Ted Thompson moves up to take Brett Hundley. What does that mean? I love it. I can't get enough of it. And I know you, sir, are a diehard Chicago guy. I know you love Chicago.
I do love Chicago.
It is one of the best cities on the planet. And what they did for the draft was remarkable. It was unbelievable. There will never be an NFL draft without an outdoor component again, in my opinion. There will always be an outdoor component, a festival-type setting. The NFL saw what it looks like. And it's very difficult. And I'm a native New Yorker. I love this city that we're in right now. I don't know of any venue in New York City like the Auditorium Theater that has a park like Grant Park across the street from it.
Yeah.
I mean, Central Park is 6 blocks north of Radio City Music Hall. And even there's not that much of open space that you can have in Central Park. To have a setting like Grant Park and the lake and the fountain and the skyline and that auditorium that's been around there for 126 years. Benjamin Harrison opened it. President Harrison opened it. It really was mind-blowing. And normally we, in the third day of a draft, we're showing fans, diehards, asleep in the 4th level of Radio City Music Hall. Now there were 250,000 people strolling around Grant Park. It was unbelievable.
Does Chicago get it next year?
I can't imagine it doesn't. I mean, maybe
Because you can't do L.A. yet until you have a team out there, I would imagine.
Yeah, but maybe they will have one by this point next year. But even there, I mean, you could do it L.A. Live across the street from Staples.
Yep.
There's the Nokia Theater, and it's downtown Los Angeles. You could do it there. Maybe the Forum, which has been redone into a beautiful, like, auditorium theater seating. And then there's that parking lot next to what may be the future home of the Rams. And you could transform that parking lot into a festival atmosphere. But, I mean, Grant Park, Dan.
But are we going to reward cities that won't get a Super Bowl by letting them host a draft?
Maybe, yeah, and this is a way that, because right there in Chicago, fans drove from the Dakotas, Iowa, Illinois, Ohio, Western New York, Michigan, Indiana, all of those states, Kentucky. I met people who drove from Tennessee because it was such a big event. and fans were wearing all manners of jerseys. I saw one Jets jersey Thursday night and 15 Vikings jerseys. It was a totally different atmosphere than any televised draft has ever seen. And again, I don't know how Chicago doesn't get another crack at it next year unless the league wants to move it around, which obviously making the draft a traveling road show would be very popular amongst the fan base.
Would your broadcast of the draft be different if you knew the picks ahead of time? Because you could find you can find out if you want, right?
Exactly, and that's why I don't understand why there are people in our business who depend upon football. Now, I understand that journalism. I've got a journalism degree from Northwestern in Chicago, but the popularity of the draft is based on people turning a television on, not going to social media.
Yeah.
It's very simple to find out. Certainly when there were many different presentations. It's now a televised event. So the NFL brings on service members. They interview the draftees on our network and ESPN. It takes a long time sometimes to get everyone off the stage. Invariably, there will be a time where the commissioner has a pick in hand and a team 3 down the road is already on the clock. There was at one point on Thursday night, the 25th overall selection by the Panthers was being held up because Thomas Davis was introducing it. He's the Walter Payton Man of the Year. In Chicago, they flew out the Walter Payton Man of the Year award to honor Payton and to have a nice Chicago moment for the fans. 26, 27, 28 had already been chosen. There were 4 picks that were yet to be announced. You could easily find that out on Twitter. And people who are even part of an organization that does business with the NFL, they're tweeting it out. And I'm off Twitter. The only time where I actually ignore information that's ready and handy for me to dispense, I don't do it. I just let the commissioner be the town crier. And I think at this point in time, I think that's still the way that people want to watch the draft. I saw some people on social media complaining about tips, picks being tips. It's like, then don't be on Twitter. You don't have to be on Twitter to complain about the immediacy of Twitter. That to me is a little bit odd, but I want to be in everyone's shoes at home, to be just as shocked about the pick and just as excited about the pick and hear it from the commissioner's mouth. And at this point in time, maybe we will see a point in time later on down the road where fans say, you know what, this televised draft is antiquated. I want it in a more immediate fashion. I don't see that happening yet.
You want to stick around because you'll be sitting in the chair here coming up top of the hour.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere.
All right, we'll have a handoff here. Rich Eisen joining us. We'll come back. We'll tell you what we learned, close up shop, what's in store tomorrow, all that good stuff. You're watching and listening to the Dan Patrick Show. He grew out of it. They were going to have surgery.
Trust me, your son is a model for us.
Yeah. We went to dinner last night. JP came out. Yeah. He's on scholarship.
I know when somebody the toast.
Oh yeah. So we have all of us are out.
That
and then
was unreal.
We have somebody from management at DirecTV, and my son gives the toast.
Yeah.
Like he was an add-on. He's
fantastic.
They brought him in from the bullpen. And all of a sudden,
You thought he was hosting the dinner.
He sat in the middle of the table and he's going, "Hey, a toast."
Hey.
I'm going, "What are you doing?"
I'll raise a glass.
That was an unbelievable moment.
That was just so.
It's the greatest.
We're doing
Pretty
a
incredible.
switchover. There's a lot of things going on. But
Well, Rich only has to go from there to here.
yeah. But your guys seem comfortable. Your guys seem ready to go.
Huh?
Your guys seem ready to go.
Yeah, they're ready to go.
Yeah.
They'll just move in.
Now, do they have makeup on right now?
Huh?
Do they have makeup on right now, do you think?
You.
Aren't your...
Yeah, they do.
They do.
They do. They take it. They're made available.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Not embarrassed. Not embarrassed.
No. They wouldn't be embarrassed to have makeup.
We've never officially
They
been off.
want
We're on
makeup.
TV. We should have makeup, right, Rich?
I wouldn't
I
mind
don't
getting
want
rid of
to.
this
I don't
shine
want
every
to
day.
destroy the chemistry
If
that
you
makes
guys-
this show
okay.
such a success.
send her in.
Bring in the makeup lady
All right.
to give you makeup for the final segment.
You asked the makeup woman to come in and powder.
Well, you got the
He asked her
dome,
to
bro.
powder
Just
us up.
trying to, it's like
We
hey,
all have to have it.
Yeah, but Dan, I have no hair.
Well, put on a hat.
maybe
you
I
want
could
to
get
put on
something for
makeup
under the eyes and sort of
4 guys over here. I got it.
to get rid of the shine.
yeah, just get that a little help me out right,
All right.
here. Just
Let her start with McLovin, because he's the one that
All right.
thinks he needs it the most.
coming back.
Good. Yeah. I'm going to hear about this for a while.
You sure are.
Why don't we have a makeup artist?
Yeah.
This is great. This is good, guys.
You're back.
If you've wanted to see a grown man get makeup, you can tune in right now. McLovin is using Rich Eisen's makeup artist, and
Well, it's the show's makeup artist. Not like you. I don't want your
It's the
listeners and viewers to think that I have my own traveling makeup artist.
oh, you don't?
No, it's provided to the Rich Eisen show that's
Oh,
on
okay.
right after this show,
Okay.
right from this very studio in New York City.
Why is it we don't have a makeup artist
That's
for our show?
Dan. Look, I think you're a man of stature in this community, this
Okay.
DirecTV
Is that
world.
what it is?
You
Okay.
can I think put in a request, and I think that they would grant it.
Okay, I just...
If you polled the Danettes right now, like
oh,
a
yeah,
jury,
a
jury,
Absolutely.
a sweeping,
Absolutely.
they would say yes to
Yes.
makeup every day.
Yes, they would. Yes, Paulie.
But like his guys, Chris Brockman, Chris Law, they
Yes.
look good on air out there because they're not all shiny and pasty, and we don't. But we're trying to keep it real too.
Okay.
We're kind of
Why is getting makeup for television and looking good not keeping it real?
I guess because at the heart of it, we're a radio show.
No, you're not.
Deep back, we started as a radio show.
Yeah,
I
we're-
know that.
we're
That's
a
your
radio
roots.
show on
that's
TV.
That's your roots.
Yeah, we're a radio show on
So
TV.
I guess that makes me a TV show on radio.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's different.
Were we a TV show about a radio show on TV?
Yes.
About nothing.
Yes.
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 Right.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I like it.
But I did say to management,
Yeah.
I didn't want you guys to have makeup because it's supposed to be a radio show, and if you did a radio show, you wouldn't have makeup on, even though it's on TV.
Right.
So I was trying to keep it real by keeping it real.
So it's all about a mental
Yes.
state of. It's about a mental
I think
state.
they'll be different if they have makeup
Look,
on.
I just we're here for 2 days
Mm.
because I'm going to the Emmy Awards tonight. I was nominated for Best Studio Host.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you.
I didn't ask.
Guess
but
no, I know that. I know that you didn't mention either.
I didn't know.
What do you mean you didn't know?
I did not know. God's honest truth in my research. Let me see.
Is it in the research
Let me
notes?
see in the research. Here.
Okay.
Let's see.
No, it's not there.
Toughest
Nope,
things.
nope.
Surprises.
So no, I just
Should
in
the
case you were
Yankees-
wondering
should the
why I
Yankees
was
hit
here. I mean, because you don't. Why don't you bring your Emmy when you come down here?
Because there are too many to bring.
But that means that you can have one for New York and one for. I thought there was only one.
Well, I have 4.
Okay, but just for studio host, you just won
Yeah.
once for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I think
You
I
broke
was,
through the Costas,
I was
Steely
the
Costas
first,
grip.
I was the first cable broadcaster.
Just to know just so you understand how comfortable I am about all of this.
Yes.
I have on tomorrow's show. Costas is on my show tomorrow.
Mm.
Fully aware that the Emmy Award that will be his will be his
Should
tomorrow.
Bob Costas tap out in this category?
No. Really?
Yeah.
No. Why? Because he's won enough. How many yachts can somebody water ski
Exactly.
behind? No.
But why don't we name the award after Bob?
Yeah, we could do that.
But look at the disappointment Bob has caused in the last 30 years. He's hurt people
because he keeps winning.
because he wins. He doesn't even bring them home.
But Belichick, when Belichick's up by 40 points, he's still playing hard. You got to do it, right? You got to do it. Do you pull people off the floor, off the field when you're
But
up by
imagine
40?
the joy Bob Costas could give you tonight if he tapped out.
Yeah.
Now, I wanted to beat Bob.
Well, that's the way I'd like to view it too.
But he did say,
I don't want the award just because Bob has recused himself.
but Bob did say,
Yeah.
if I beat him out for a sports Emmy,
Mhm.
that he would tap out,
What do you mean?
that he wouldn't submit a tape again.
So basically, you can
Put an end to this.
personally put an end to
I can
this.
put an end to this if
And-
I just get better.
And by your daily high level
Yeah.
sense of professionalism
Yes.
and hosting ability,
Yes.
you can somehow, some way
Yes.
topple this regime.
Yes.
You go, Dan.
And every other sportscaster out there
You're doing it for us.
will have. I do it for the kids. That's what I'm doing it for. Because Bob creates so much anxiety.
Yeah.
Because there's that moment
Right.
when they're going to say, and the winner is,
Yes.
and you think you got a chance,
Yes.
just a little bit.
Yes.
And then you're going to move closer
No.
to the end of your chair, and then Bob Costa.
Oh boy. Yep. And I saw the run of show for tonight, Dan.
Yeah.
And I was hoping against hope.
Is it next to last award handed out?
There are 40 awards being handed out tonight.
And the best
Would you
studio
care to
host?
Would you care to guess what number?
38,
No.
39,
No.
40.
Correct.
Oh, damn them.
We just did Prices Right, by the way. You just kept going up. You didn't go over.
What, Paulie?
We have a question for you guys off the Twitter. For you guys.
Oh,
Off of the Twitter.
Yes, if you had to trade and take someone else's career, would you rather have Bob Costas' career or Al Michaels' career? If you had to pick one. This was for you, both of you guys.
that's a Sophie's choice. Right? That's a Sophie's.
You know what? Gosh darn it. I'll go Al. I'll go Al.
I would go Al because I'm closer to doing what Bob does. I am so far away from doing what Al does.
I'll go Al, but also because I believe in miracles.
Yes.
And that's why I'm here tonight.
Yeah.
That's why I said, you know what? I'll move the show for 2 days to New York. I'll come to New York just to sit in that auditorium where they cut off the internet in 3G and make you captive for 3.5 hours with no drink, no food, for 40
And
straight
you got to be
awards.
phony to a lot of people.
Only to lose to Bob. I will do that. I say yes because I believe in miracles.
Yes.
Yes. That's right, Dan.
Will there be people that you hate in the room tonight at the Emmys?
Why would you ask me such a question? I have nothing but love for people. Why? There are people that I hate?
Dislike?
There's intensely? Yes, there could be one
Okay.
or two. And I think you know which one it might be.
Do
We
you-
shouldn't say it on the air.
I shouldn't?
No, don't say it on
I
the air.
won't.
Because I think it's a shared dislike, a shared intense dislike, potentially.
Do you guys want to guess who
We're
this
close.
is?
We're close to the third rail
boy.
of career broadcasting, but it's okay. No, look, I like everybody, and I'll be happy to see. I take the high road, Dan.
I know that.
Like right now.
I got frequent flyer miles on
On the high road.
Oh, hell yes.